Hello Capricorns and welcome to your November 2025 reading. So this month, it's the beautiful month of November, Scorpio season. We have the new moon, the full moon in Taurus right on the 6th of November, and we'll have the new moon in Scorpio around the 20th. So this axe calls for us between Scorpio and Taurus. Taurus, this is what I'm grounding, this is my worth, this is my value, this is what I'm investing in. This is the source of the multiplication of my worth and value. And on the other side, Scorpio is, this is what I eliminate, this is what I transform, this is what I exchange, and so on. This is what I receive from the past investments of other parts of me, heritage and so on, but mostly this is what I discard, let die, transform. One is in investing, grounding, and the other one is transforming and letting die. And in the season, this is the season where you recuperated all of your grains and that you are making that same, this is what I keep, this is what I discard, this is what I'm going to eat, and this is what I'm going to plant in the spring to grow again and give me more. So we do the same within ourselves. And so the month of November, it's the discerning separation of what is to be kept, invested, and discarded, or evolved, transcended, and so on. So the full moon is actually going to show us that. When you open yourself to on the 6th to see, okay, show me in my shadow what is still going to be part of my frequency that is going to be invested here, or what I need to transcend, transform and so on. So for you, my beautiful Capricorn, let's go and see what the tarot wants to tell you for the month of November. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me give a reading for Capricorns for the month of November to help them on their path. What should they be aware of? What should they be aware of? One more time. All right. Let's see. Okay. Capricorn. November 2025. Ooh, all right. Okay. So, I have the Four of Wands in reverse for the bottom of the deck. So, the Four of Wands, usually this is when we see the threshold, we see the 1111, the connection that, this is how the next state of me where I'll be receptive, celebrating life, everything is easy peasy, is accessible. It's only a question of grounding my energy towards it. When it's in reverse, I don't see how. I don't see the access. I don't see how I can become like this. I don't see how I can become like this. The Queen of Swords in reverse has come up for Scorpio and Sagittarius also. So I think a lot of this month is about changing our perception. And the importance of perception. You cannot make a choice if you do not perceive all of your options. If you can only see through the eyes of what you've went through and not through the wisdom of what you've went through. You only see the options that match that vibration. And so if you can only see these options, that's the only choices you can make, which makes the only results that you can have. Therefore, this only life experience that you can have that repeats itself. And therefore, how do I get out of my pattern? I don't see how. Queen of Swords. I don't see how because I'm in the moon. And when I'm in the moon, the sun is not there. In fact, the sun is behind the moon. Things are not obvious. Maybe what I'm passionate about, or what excites me, or my own fire, my own joie de vivre is hard to tap into, what I want to express or whatever. The moon is there and is going to show you exactly, because it's coming up from the waters here, to be addressed, to be transformed. The moon is the step before death, the death card in there. Not in number, but in the depiction. You see those two pillars, which is a part of the, passageway. It's two sentinelles, and here we have passageway again. So you're right before the passageway, and there you're going to meet your instinct, the wolf, and your tamed, even if it's your animalistic side, but that has access to the rational, let's say, tamed aspect, the guide dog. And this lobster, so that means old, a bit like the Cancer root of your emotional ground, is coming up to the surface to be addressed, to change skin, to transform. And that is going to change your life, Wheel of Fortune. So, but in order for the wheel to turn, we need to understand the wisdom of it. And for that, I need to be able to perceive it. So, just from those cards, it's going for you, Capricorn, it's going to be all about, okay, where's my fire? What do I want to express? What I want to bring? What makes me happy? What brings me pleasure? Finding that passion. And in order to find it, there's something that was in your deep memories and emotions, subconscious, unconscious, that's going to come up to be addressed. Once you understand it, that is going to change the Wheel of Fortune for you. All right, so we have a whole reading just with the first card. Or maybe you've already worked on this, and so this month, this is going to be addressed. Because the Wheel of Fortune is upright, so that means, strength. You're using your strength, your higher self's knowledge to tame the reactions. But maybe it takes a lot of energy. Maybe unconsciously you're still fighting something. You're still resisting. So that resistance is going to come up to the surface to be addressed. Oh, it's going to become obvious. And it's going to allow you to leave whatever was in that water behind and go for a higher level of that Ace of Cup, a higher level of receptivity. The Tower, usually it's almost like you were trying to make it, to build it in the same way you were before, and the universe saying, no. Look at it. And once we see it, we cannot unsee it. I cannot build something if I don't have the fire feeding me. I cannot just have willpower and strength, fighting my own reactions. Let's go see what is creating these reactions so I can leave them behind and, do things in a much easier way. All right, let's see. Let's clarify this for Capricorns. Okay, so what comes up through the moon here? What comes up through the moon? Yeah, it is a lack of fire. So we had our sun in reverse. Here is the King of Wands in reverse. And the King of Wands, when he's in reverse, he has a hard time either having that courage to go for what he wants, or his energy is serving other people, or there's something here, either too passive, or he has, narcissist people around him, or he's spending so much energy, but it's not aimed. There's something here. King of Wands in reverse fits with the sun in reverse. Yeah. Even though you've worked on it, you've been pushing yourself, but it takes a lot of energy because maybe you're feeling like, my fire is more like kindling and, I have to push myself. You're going to uncover what are those two beliefs. And one of them is going to have to crumble. Two beliefs. Maybe one is good, but you still believe the old one a little bit at the same time. You're going to have to make a choice. Because something is draining you. Strength. So here with the strength, something is draining you. I have the Hermit. So see, it's like I continue anyway with my wisdom and my strength. I still, move, continue and all of that. But unconsciously I'm fighting all of these swords. Self-sabotage, procrastination, anxiety, and they're caused by seeing things from the old way of seeing things. So finally, at the end of the month, you're saying, no, I'm leaving all of this behind, because that way of seeing things is actually this is exhausting. And that's why, are you still there? Yeah. That's why we have the 9 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and here 4 of Cups in reverse. So yes, I am willing to leave my old waters. See my old 5 of Cups here in the bottom, my old sorrows and disappointments and things like that. 3 of Cups here, we have 2 of Cups, old connections, and a cup maybe that, was lost, or that I couldn't take, or whatever, that I couldn't see or perceive, because I can only rely on what I've known and what was grounded before. Finally leaving that limit and going for that higher frequency, that higher vibration, because you're going to be able to receive it. You're going to be able to receive things that you even haven't thought about. That's why it's over his head. And receptivity, even though we have a masculine aspect here, that should be in action, in doing, and planning, strategizing, doing, and all of that, his arms are crossed, he's sitting. So that means that this aspect of wisdom knows that he doesn't have to do. At this point, he understands he doesn't have to do anything in order to have the maximum receptivity, because it's not in the doing. Something you're going to understand. In a way, you're going to get out of your way. That's what's going to happen. By changing your perspective, you're going to get out of your way. And that is your reading for the month of November, my beautiful Capricorns. So on this, thank you for watching, sharing, and subscribing and all of that to help grow the channel. If you want a private reading, you go on the website mysticwitchtarot.com, and you'll have access to different kinds of readings. You'll have access to the tarot course, the book. This you can download for free, and so on. So also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon and the full moon, I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you. On that, all my love and light, and I'll see you next month.